Hey guys, my name is Matt Johnson, and today I want to talk to you about my favorite new light for wedding receptions, the Kinotehnik Practilite 602. This light is incredible, and it has enabled me to get a lot of awesome shots at weddings this year. But coming to the decision to buy this light has been a journey. If you've watched any of my wedding filmmaking behind the scenes videos or my how to film amazing wedding dancing video, both of which I will link to down in the description, then you will know that I love to light the reception dance floor with this, the Arri 150 watt Fresnel spotlight. It's a lightweight light that's built like a tank, retails for about $340, flares beautifully, works with a dimmer, and most importantly, it's discreet. I can set this thing up on the side of the dance floor and it will easily illuminate all of the dancers without me needing to worry about light spilling off onto irritated family members that are sitting on the sides that might complain about glare. Sounds awesome, right? What could make me want to upgrade from this light? Well, the Arri 150 has a few issues that are shared by many other non-LED lights. First of all, it only takes AC power, meaning that you have to plug it into a wall. And this can be an issue because if there's not a power plug by the dance floor, then I have to make the light brighter and shine it across the room. I also have to worry about a guest potentially tripping over this cord and knocking over the light. That leads into the next major issue that I have with this light, and really all other non-LED lights. And that is, this thing gets hot. Like, crack an egg and fry it on top of it hot. Hot enough that there was always a worry in the back of my mind that this thing could get knocked over and someone could get burned. I realize it's a very low chance scenario, but can you imagine the news reporting, local bearded videographer burns down wedding venue, more at 10, Jan? I joke, but my last issue that I have with Arri 150 is that this is a single color temperature light. This light puts out a 3200 Kelvin light beam, and that is all that you get. So if you have a wedding venue that is currently lit using daylight balanced lights, you are not going to be able to match them with this light. So with these shortcomings in mind, at the start of this year, I began looking at other lighting, and I knew that I wanted it to be an LED light and I wanted it to be a spotlight. I have lit wedding receptions using LED light panels like this ICANN panel, which actually I'm using to light me talking right now. So I think that they work good in certain scenarios. But what I do not like about these LED panels is that you do not get the control of a beam like you do from a spotlight. So it is much more difficult to control spill, and you do not also get the beautiful flaring that you get from a Fresnel spotlight. J.J. Abrams and I love our flares. After a lot of research back in February, I found the Kinotehnik Practilite 602 and I fell in love. This light not only overcomes all of the shortcomings of the Arri 150, but it also adds more features that make filming wedding receptions easier. And to be clear, before I start talking about this light, I want you to know that this is not a paid review by Kinotehnik. They do not even know that I'm making this review. I bought this light with my own money. With that, let's talk about why this light is better than the Arri 150 and other non-LED lights in my opinion. First off, it supports power over 4-pin XLR, meaning that it supports battery power. And I power it using this V-mount battery. I've run the light with this 150 watt-hour battery for 4 hours at about 60% brightness at a wedding reception, and I ended the night with 75% battery life left. I love that I do not have to plug my light into a wall anymore at a reception. I have also built a custom rig with a clamp and a battery mount to connect the battery to a light stand. This makes this whole setup super portable. I can also strip down the light to just the light and the battery if I want to, and be able to do things like backlight the couple in the dark while it's raining. That turns out pretty dang magical. Believe me, as long as it keeps raining at my wedding receptions, I'm sure I will keep doing this. I will link to all the mounting pieces as well as the light stand and the battery down in the description if you want to build something like this yourself. Keep in mind that all this battery power means that I do not have to worry about a guest tripping over the power cord. And because it's an LED light, I don't have to worry about it getting hot either, even whenever I turn it up really bright. Speaking of turning it bright, yes, this light is dimmable, and that is controllable from 5 to 100% by spinning this dial on the side of the light. When lighting a dance floor, I usually keep this light at about 55% brightness, but it has a lot of flexibility to go brighter if I need it to. In my experience, this light is plenty bright enough to light a dance floor. One of them is plenty, you do not need to buy two. You may have also noticed this other dial here on the light. What does that do, Matt? This other dial is one of the main reasons that I bought the Practilite, because this light has an adjustable color balance from 3000 to 6000 Kelvin, which is amazing for matching your light to the ambient color temperature of other lights in the room. I'll talk about this more in a minute, but for now, know that this is incredible. The last thing that I want to tell you about, and one of the things that made me fall in love with this light the most, is this light has an app. And I realize that that's one of the most overhyped statements, especially in this day and age where every piece of video gear has an app and they're usually horrible. But hear me out. I have never found an app more usable on the wedding day than the Practilite app. And I realize this is also an overhyped statement, but it just works. You open the app on your phone and your phone will connect to the Practilite over Bluetooth within seconds. And you do not have to be close to the light either. You can be across a big room, like say a wedding dance floor, and your phone will still connect to the Practilite nearly instantly so you can control it. Now here are some examples of why this is a big deal and why this app has changed my life whenever I film weddings. One of the first weddings I ever shot with this light, we were filming the bride and groom doing a last dance in the reception hall. All the guests had already lined up outside for a sparkler exit, and it was just us, the photographer, and the couple. Things always happen quickly at weddings, and this dance only lasted for about 1 to 2 minutes. As the dance started, I realized that my light on the dance floor was too dim. If I'd had my old Arri 150 light set up, I would have had to run over to it, adjust the brightness, and lose about 30 seconds of filming time in the process. But because I was using the Practilite, I was able to whip out my phone, unlock it, open the app, have it connect nearly instantly to the light, and make it brighter in less than 10 seconds. I am missing less shots because of this app. One other story for you. Earlier this year, I was filming a wedding reception at a venue that had a large glass garage door that was letting in a lot of bright sunlight. As the reception dancing went on and the sun set, the color temperature changed from the 5500 Kelvin sun to the venue's 3200 Kelvin tungsten lights overhead. What's incredible is that instead of me needing to adjust the knob on the side of my Practilite to change the color temperature, I was able to open up the app and adjust the color temperature and brightness throughout the sunset, and it was so easy. So as you can see, the Practilite has a lot of benefits over my Arri 150, and its app does make it very compelling. That said though, we do need to talk about the price. This light is not cheap. I paid $967 for this light, and I completely understand if you can't afford it. You should also be aware that if you want to make this light battery powered and buy a case to transport it, I ended up spending over another $400 on top of the price of the light to do it. I'll link to the light as well as the case and the accessories that I recommend down in the description of this video. All that said though about the price, as someone that has spent a lot of money over the years on dubious video gear that may or may not have actually been useful, I will say that I have never regretted investing in a high quality light. Do not worry though, if you cannot afford this light, I am considering making another video that details different lights at various price points that I would still recommend for a wedding reception. If you would like to see a video like this, please leave me a comment down below. So overall, between the solid build quality, incredible battery life, adjustable brightness, adjustable white balance, and the amazing app, I am a big fan of the Practilite 602, and it has made my life filming weddings easier. I do not see myself going back to the Arri 150. So if you are a wedding filmmaker, or really any other filmmaker for that matter, and you are looking for a high quality Fresnel spotlight, I think the Kinotehnik Practilite 602 is a fantastic choice. I know that I love mine. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful to you and given you some great insight into how you can light your wedding receptions. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave one below or get in touch with me through my website, whoismatt.com. All the gear that I talked about today is linked down in the description of this video. It is also a mega huge help to me if you would consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Also, there are a ton of links down there to my Instagram, to my Facebook, and to Matt's Music List, my new subscription service aimed at helping wedding filmmakers find music for their films. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it did cook.